Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Putting a receiver in motion. Running right, it's Irving. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 48. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the give, this is Irving. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Baker now from the gun. He's on the move. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get the game's first points here in the second. Mike Evans with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
First 6.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Working from the gun, Watson. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. 2nd and 6 now. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. On the move, headed right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Watson. He connects downfield on 4th. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. From the gun, Watson. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Bucky Irving now to return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mayfield now from the gun. This finds Evans, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. First down, here's Baker. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Baker throwing again. That's to the sideline, and Evans has got it. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute it.
Running back sent in motion. Mayfield on first and 10. Got Evans, it's complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is from 35 out on the left hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Ford straight ahead. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another one for Ford. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on first. Cuts right. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. First down, and they go right back to him. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Second and 13. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
First six.
Watson with 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down. Brought in inside the 20. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, we gotta snap.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, here's Watson. This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Working quickly here. Ford. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Staying on the ground with Ford. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns take the lead right away in half number 2. On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Second and 3 now. Mayfield now, blitz coming. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. On the move, past the 40. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Baker now from the gun. And that throw just too high for him. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Mayfield to throw again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction here to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Hey, alert!
Putting the tight end in motion.
Watch out!
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Watch out!
Right back to Irving now. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Buccaneers losing by 4. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal.
Point it right. Shot!
Here he is to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Irving. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's Ford on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
59.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
54 is down, he's coming.
Setting up to pass. Bails out of the pocket quick. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Get set. Hey, 31. 54. Down,
to the ground with Ford. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go.
We're set.
Back to throw. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He'll look to throw it. Buying some time right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Back to the air, Watson. He rolls to his right. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Good game.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
I I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And finally, Brock,
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
Okay,
So
right.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Completed out left to Dobbs. 7 yards there and a 1st down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can run basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Love fires that quickly outside. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Jacobs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield going to switch things up here. They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Escaping the pressure right. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Mayfield to throw it. And this is incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hurry, hurry! Option! What's up?
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Ready.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Run.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Hey, alert! Done.
To throw, Mayfield.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Real. Point it right. Good. Done.
Throwing, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple.
To throw now, here's Love.
A short throw to Musgrave.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Love looking to throw it. Flushed out right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A run up the middle with Irving. He'll take this to the 46.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Done.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Real. Kings. Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Love from the gun. That's complete to Dobbs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Ready.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown!
Christian Watson
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Mayfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Mayfield to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. White looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Baker. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One last shot from Mayfield here. And it is caught.
Good game.
They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch him and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go here in Atlanta. Avery Williams on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down. Second and 7. Penix now going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for 4th down.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Mike, the term generational talent, it gets thrown around a bit too loosely these days, in my opinion, but you can make an argument if one guy coming out of the draft the last couple years was worthy of that description, it's Caleb Williams. I mean, the arm talent, the playmaking ability, the ability to play off script when things don't go perfectly. I mean, he is such an interesting prospect, special player, and I'm excited to watch him here in this one.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, it's Williams.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Swift. Strong running there. Pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Give up the middle with Swift. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 9-yard line. What a run by Swift. 31 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he gets this one down inside the 10. But it will set up 3rd and goal. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. And they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal. But right now, they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and through. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Another run here for Robinson. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. To the outside. Catch made by London.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Pitts is the man in motion. Penix on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert to 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up
a dive, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Caden Ellis in on that stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Trying to keep the drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Williams now to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And here's Bijan. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw is Penix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Second down and 8. On the give, it's Swift. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Third and 6. Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. He'll work forward for a couple. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the 1st quarter. And at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Play action. It's Penix. To the left side in the hands of London. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Penix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Swift gets it from the pistol. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's a 2nd and 6. They will run it over center with Swift. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Now a 3rd and 2. A run here with Swift. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
3rd and 2, and Penix. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Looking for a 3rd down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Give up the middle with Swift. He'll manage only a couple. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. DeAndre Alford in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this 1st half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 2. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
He's going to tuck it and go. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on them, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Now he takes off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the ground, it's Robinson. And a nice hole opens up. He's got a 1st down out of that one, up to the 14-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Penix. That one taken in by London. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Now he'll run.
Well done here by the quarterback, realizing quickly in his progression that there's going to be nowhere to deliver the ball, but there was some space to pick some yards up with his feet. He's able to get out of bounds, picking up some positive yardage to make it a shorter 3rd down attempt.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. And he's in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll try to run for it. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. On the out, connecting with Allen.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. To throw is Williams. He's got it at about the 8. And he will score. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a designed run. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So, we're at halftime here in Atlanta, and the Falcons are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. It was a former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, who was tough to stop in that 1st half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the 2nd half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On third down, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On the give, it's Swift. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's third down.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
That one on target to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard.
This was what every offense in football, and oftentimes that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. A run here with Swift. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Swift. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. They need 8 as they come up for third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
They'll go. It's Swift. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down. They manage to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Give up the middle with Swift. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to keep it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
They run over center with Robinson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's the lefty, Penix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And the run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
First and 10. Throwing is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. We'll go down as an incompletion.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. To return is Williams. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes Drake London, the rest of that Atlanta offense getting set to take over once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Not much developing there. Short pickup down to the 47. Second down and 8. They'll throw. It's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. And now, after that last play, the challenge flag is out, and we will get a review right here. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pitts is the man in motion. And here's Bijan. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
We'll go play action now with Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And they'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. They'll run it here with Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Penix. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Penix on 3rd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. A play fake. Now Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is How fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. There's that man again. Another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Penix. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue.
And he'll take it on in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Falcons. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw it again, it's Williams. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Williams. That is caught by the tight end, Gerald Everett. Touchdown, Bears. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears are able to cut the deficit to 10. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. McLeod now to return. And a decent return there He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll throw on first down with Penix. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and DJ Moore heading back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here, another run by Swift. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, here's Swift. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's to Odunze again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, here's Johnson. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
A run here with Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here. They leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. He's got his big tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. And in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.